What's up, guys? Sports Estimators back with another podcast. Today we'll be going over Mexico's U20 FIFA World Cup recap and also previewing the Mexico U20 quarterfinal against Argentina the game versus Argentina. First, kind of going over the Morocco game that sent us to the round of 16. Mexico beat Morocco 1-0 off of Gil Mora. PK.
Gilberto Mora.
Gilberto Mora, PK. Gilberto is his father. He's Gil. But yeah, him. He's him. That game, unfortunately, I was tied up with a few things, but I did see we won. What were your initial thoughts on winning and beating Morocco, who looked like the best team coming out of that group of death?
Yeah, obviously, I was happy to see that they won. I don't think Morocco played like their whole starters.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either.
So kind of had to take it with a grain of salt.
Mm-hmm.
And like when I was like reviewing, like I was like, I don't know why I was thinking that with the win, Mexico would be the leader of the group. I mean, because they were undefeated.
Yeah.
But Morocco obviously still finished as the group leaders.
Mm-hmm.
So I was disappointed in that they weren't the leaders of the group.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of like unlucky. Like first you draw the group of death.
Yeah.
You manage to go undefeated, but you still don't finish as first. And then you get Chile, the host nation, and then not to jump ahead, but you beat them, and then now you have to play the team that's been your kryptonite at pretty much every level, which is Argentina. But yeah, it's like if Mexico gets past Argentina, I think I'll be satisfied. Like obviously I want them to go all the way, but I don't want them to lose like anybody but Argentina, bro. They've caused way too much heartbreak for me.
Yeah.
But going back to the Mexico game, if you want to, we can move forward to the Chile game.
Yeah,
which
I mean,
was obviously a much more impressive performance.
Yeah.
In Morocco.
Obviously what everybody's hyped about is that we advanced to the next round, beating Chile 4-1. I'll start it off. First half, we looked great. Mm-hmm. We had Chile against the ropes. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we were winning 1-0 with the goal from Jimenez off of an assist from Gil Mora. The way he laid that off to Jimenez to one-time it with his left foot, I believe it was, looked spectacular.
Yeah.
We look great. I like the fact how much wing depth we have. Mm-hmm. I like the way Arce kind of planned this to gas out Chile in the first half and then moving forward onto the second half, because then Chile had us on our back foot for the first 15 minutes.
Of the second half.
Yeah, of the second half.
Right.
I was kind of scared. The Chile kids, props to them because they were able to find a way to get their crowd involved, and you could kind of hear it through the screen of how that home field advantage was having a part. But then we make a few changes. A golazo from Fimbres looked like one of the top players.
Yeah.
One thing I do want to know is that no Garza on the starting lineup, which I kind of do want to know. Edson Alvarez, count your days. Because Obed Vargas and Elias Montiel are everything we thought you'd be. I'll give credit where it's due. You do play with huevos. You play with balls. And when your team needs somebody with that aura, with that presence,
he's a good leader.
He's there to lead his team. Mm-hmm. He never backs out of a fight. But in order to play the position you play, you do not come out playing the way Obed Vargas or Elias Montiel play. You do not find forwards or our wings the way they do. You do not open the field the way they do. They're everything we thought you'd be.
They're more dynamic and they're better athletes too.
Yes.
Like Obed Vargas just looks quicker.
Yep.
He looks more decisive.
Yep.
I agree with that. I think this team, like, now I'm starting to see what you meant about it being the deepest youth Mexican national team, because to your point about like people like tiring them out, like you got to give Eduardo Arce a lot of credit.
Yep.
Because it's almost like he's like perfect, like he hasn't missed on any of the substitutes that he's done. Like anytime he's even when he subbed out Gil Mora, and then a lot of us were probably thinking like, why is he doing that? He's our best player. But
he was
then, like,
pissed.
Yeah, you could tell
he was pissed.
But then like the players he subs on, like Gamberos, they make an impact in the game. They score, and it's like that you have to give him a lot of credit. And again, Mexico has been unwavering in the way that they play, which is good to see. They've still kept that three in the back, which I think going ahead to the Argentina game, I think we need to see Garza again, because if they're going to continue to leave three in the back, you're going to need that person tucking in and creating that back four, especially since Argentina, watching them play against Nigeria, they have talented players on the wings. And they like to, especially on the right side, they like to have the like the right back do those overlapping runs. And throughout this tournament, we haven't really seen a team do that against Mexico. And Mexico has been able to get away with it because it's pretty much just three in the back. Like, I don't want to call it five in the back. I did see at the start of the Chile game, it was more so a defined 3-4-1-2 with Fimbres playing behind Hilmora and Jimenez. And then the players on the outside, to your point, the wingers, they're really good going forward, but they're not, I wouldn't say they have marca.
Yeah,
like
they don't.
Diego Chicha Sanchez and Alexei Dominguez, I think they're very good players, but they're very offensive players.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if he's going to change his lineup against Argentina or if he's just going to stick to it, but you're going to have to look out for that.
Yeah, and it was like if I was in Arce's head, because once I seen that he had Chicha Sanchez and Alexi Dominguez starting, I was like, well, this was going to tire them out, and then he's going to put Camberos and Amauri in, and that's exactly what he did. But to your point, when Chicha Sanchez goes up and Alexi Dominguez go up, the person that fills in that role to do the defensive mark is Elias Montiel. And then on the other side, it'll be Obed Vargas that kind of tuck in a little bit more to play more defensive. But like how you said, against Argentina, we're going to need Garza there. We're going to need Garza to be kind of that free stopper.
Be more defensive.
Yeah.
Play that like Edson role.
Yeah, where he could tuck in to kind of make it a 4-4, like a
4 in the back.
4 in the back or 5 in the back. But like how we both said since the beginning, our wingers aren't wing backs. They're attacking wings. So I feel like with Garza and Elias playing a little bit more drop back, or you could even have Garza and Obed playing a little bit more back, bench Montiel and have Gil Mora playing that 10 with having Jimenez being that striker, and then just having your wing backs kind of rotating that same system, we could win that game.
Yeah. Oh, real quick, I was going to tell you, I don't think we should give a prediction for Argentina because we don't want to jinx them, and we haven't given a prediction in any of the Mexico games so far. We've just been recapping, so just on a superstitious note, you agree, right? No prediction? But yeah, I think it's going to be a really good game because Argentina, I think they have a lot of talent.
Yeah.
They have the leading goal scorer in the tournament as well. So we're going to see, I think in order for Mexico to have success, I think they're going to have possession of the ball like how they have been doing. And then they need to be very, very disciplined in the back and make sure they're well positioned for the counterattacks with Argentina.
Yeah. And actually, I fucked up. You need to have Gil playing with Jimenez up top.
As a second striker? I was kind of thinking that too.
And Fimbres where he was at.
Or maybe Camberos there.
Ooh. Bro.
Because I think Fimbres, the reason why he played behind the two strikers is because we saw that he has that outside shot. which was very effective in this game. But I think Gamberos is more of a traditional, quote unquote 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think for that game, it'd be interesting to see Gamberos, especially if Amari Morales is in the starting lineup as well.
Yeah.
Because we saw those two have a good connection. Two Amari Morales assists, two Gamberos.
Kind of reminded me of prime D Wade and prime LeBron. Yeah, bro, that shit. I was lucky wet off of that, and I mean, we'll see what happens Friday or Saturday, 4 p.m. Pacific time.
Yeah, and one thing I want to add on. I know in the comments they've been saying we're glazing Gil Mora, but honestly, like, I think in our very first video where we talked about his transfer rumor to Madrid, I think I was trying to be a little bit more, I guess, reserved and not jump to conclusions. But I'm at the point now where it's like I've seen enough. He is Mexico's next star, and with him, it's not just the fact that obviously you factor in that he's 16 and you can't help but project what he will be. But I think right now, today, he's still a top player.
Yep.
Like, I'm not saying he's world class, but I'm saying I think he's already one of Mexico's best players.
Yep.
And I was seeing that I guess his agent said that 15 million doesn't even buy one of his legs. So it's like it looks like his transfer is going to be north of 30 million.
Jeez.
And I've seen him linked to like pretty much any big European team.
Yeah.
And he's been linked to Madrid, and he's been linked to Barca. So if you're linked to those two teams, like, you can go anywhere.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very interesting to see. I'll be hyped if he goes to Barca as a Barca fan. But ultimately, I think hopefully he ends up picking like what's the best fit and not necessarily like the biggest move, so to speak. But yeah, it's looking like, honestly, I think even in the winter transfer market, I think he'll be gone from Cholos, because you have to think like, or maybe in the summer, but definitely before the World Cup.
Yeah.
Because these top teams have to be thinking like, okay, this kid's 16. There's a lot of hype around him. There's a lot of teams looking for him. So if you wait till after the World Cup, that's only going to be magnified. And if he balls, his like value is just going to keep going up.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I think they might capitalize on that opportunity. And I think by the start of next year, we could see Gil Mora in Europe, which would be dope for him to have that exposure before the World Cup.
Yeah. And to piggyback off of that, there's at least 8 players on this roster alone that could make that jump right now to Europe. Whether that be Fimbres, Montiel, Vargas, Amaury Morales, Camberos, Gil Mora being one of them. You could even throw in Ochoa, our defender.
He's been really good.
Alexi Dominguez, Chicha Sanchez. You could throw all of them in there. They could make that jump to Europe. But Gil Mora, debuting when he was 15 with Xolos, doing what he's done, the stats speak for themselves. You could say, oh, he kind of reminds me of Gio Dos Santos. He reminds me of Carlos Vela. Carlos Vela and Gio Dos Santos at this age were playing the 2017 World Cup. And yeah, they went ahead. They went on and they won the whole thing. Now, if Gil Mora at this age does that, doesn't that tell you that he maybe is a little bit better at their category? And at this age, they weren't playing with the first team. They didn't debut with the first national team. They didn't win a World Cup with Mexico at the senior level. Gil Mora has already done that. Gil Mora has already bagged goals in the Liga MX. He's already playing against grown-ass men. He's already been to a quarterfinal in the Liga MX. Gio and Vela didn't do that. They were all... Gio was obviously in, what do you call that, Barca Academy? He was there. And then after the World Cup of 2000, the U-17 World Cup, that's when Carlos Vela went on to go play with Arsenal. But even then, Gil Mora looks miles clear of what they were at this age. So for people to say, "Oh, you guys are glazing them, you guys are hyping this kid up," it's not that we're hyping him up, but it's just every time we see him, he is showing us why he is so much better than what they were to us.
Yeah, to your point, he's checking off all the boxes.
Yep.
When you watch him play, he passes the eye test with the way he takes players on, dropping dimes. Just his awareness is crazy.
Yeah.
Because he knows when to, like, there was a moment against that Chile game where they give him a pass and he just, like, his first touch was perfect. He played it into space because he had, like, a guy trailing him, so he knew he couldn't have that short touch. But his awareness and IQ is impressive. It's like it's as if he has been playing like he plays like he's like a 30-year-old, like with years of experience. And so he checks off the eye test. And then also the stats, like every game he's either assisting or he's scoring.
Yeah, he's bagging one in. And I like the way this Mexico team plays. This Mexico team plays with a purpose. You saw it in that second half. The first half, we could have bagged 3 in. The second half, we bagged 3 in. It could have been 6-1. But we play with a purpose. We don't just play, holding the ball, looking for players to get open. Slow transitions. No, it's get the ball at our, in our own 18, pass it to, our center backs, find our wingers, and our wingers find, that deep lying midfielder to transition it to our open space, attacking the opponent and having them kind of having all their players drop back. And even when they all drop back, we still push it out wide and we find a way to cross it in, and we still somehow find a way to either header it or get a shot off. And players like Fimbres, players like Camberos that have that ability to shoot from outside of the 18 and make something happen. From top to bottom, this team just checks everything off. And Gil Mora, not only does he pass the eye test, but he also passes the stat sheet test. So it's very impressive for this team. And this team will be the team that's going to represent us in the 2028 Olympic Games. So calling it now? Actually, no, never mind.
Yeah. But now this team...
This is going to be an interesting team to see develop in the future.
Yeah, I've been really impressed. And going back to Eduardo Arce, like, I think the way they play with, like, fearless mentality.
Yep.
Like, they're not scared of the moment. They're being aggressive with the ball, like, individually, but also as a team, like what we talked about, leaving those 3 defenders in the back. And I think they deserve a lot of credit because they hold it down.
Yeah, they do.
Like, only playing with 3 in the back is a tall task. Like, the way they, like, just shift and they know, like, who's going to pick up, like, defending on the ball, and then the rest just kind of rotate. Like, you could tell, again, that's another indicator that Arce is doing a really good job with his team. So that's another thing to look forward to see is, like, what's his career going to look after this World Cup. He's definitely going to get another opportunity in Liga MX, if not, somewhere else.
Yeah, and it would be interesting because we didn't really see the best version of that U17 World Cup coach. I know he coached Cruz Azul for a little bit, but he didn't look too hot. But I think...
Potro Gutierrez?
Yeah. I think he went on to win 2 U17 World Cups. I think he coached that team that won it the following tournament for Mexico.
I think, did he? I know he won I think he won a U. Was it 23?
I think it was that other 17 team. Okay. With La Momia and with Antonio Briseño.
Oh yeah.
It was a U17 team.
And then he made it to 5 finals at the youth level.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think it was like one of them was like the Pan American. So you're right. It was the U17 in 2011.
Yeah, because he won in 2005 and then 2011.
Yeah.
So that's pretty impressive. But Arce has, with that U17 team that first won it in 2005, it was, I want to say we won that based off of talent, this team, to me, the U20 team, were winning it off of talent and tactical decisions and tactical play. Because I see that more when I see that this team is, they're so tactically, I don't know how you say it.
Like, basically,
tactically disciplined.
Yeah, basically you could tell that they have an identity as a team.
And you could take anybody out, and anybody you plug in, they're still going to run the same tactics that they're supposed to run.
Yeah. And I also like how they're kind of similar in a way, but they're also unique in their own aspect. Like, at different positions. So, like, as the 9, that player Virgen, he's more of like a hold up number 9, and I like that style. Like, especially when you have good wingers. And then the other one, is it Tahiel Jimenez?
Tahiel,
He's kind of more of that like finisher, kind of like out and out striker. So I like how he kind of like plays players based off of their characteristics and not just relies on like one person. Yeah. But yeah, hopefully, like I said, bro, just anybody but Argentina.
Argentina, man, they gave me nightmares. And you guys will see what we cover in our what's our favorite World Cup video. After you're done watching this video, go ahead and tune in to that video, and make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Again, with Sports Estimators, follow us on all platforms. Subscribe and put those post noties on so you guys could tune in and be aware when we post. You want anything? Any last words?
Just other than, the drill. Don't quote us.
Unless we're right. And make sure you guys have the candle lit up for Mexico.